Hello and welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artwork, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And if you're new to my channel, maybe hit that subscribe button. Join the AB Creative Crew. We do sketchy art things. Today's video is going to be an art rambles about the topic of distractions. The footage that you're going to be watching, the first two clips are my attempts at the one layer art challenge, and then the third one's more of my experimenting, trying different styles and just trying things that I like and getting new and different results. And speaking of distractions, I didn't post a video on Sunday because this weekend my husband and I went over to a friend's house. We went to a double couple date for movie, dinner, and then game and drinks at the friend's house. So I didn't record a video on Saturday. And the movie we went to see was Jumanji 2. And if you saw the first movie when you were a youngin' and now you're an old one, you're a little elder, you're probably gonna love this movie. If you like stupid humor, like stupid adult humor and old video game references and just all, it's great. It's just a great time. It's really funny. Definitely one of those hard R movies with all the swearing and the adult innuendos. Just mwah, mwah, love it. And another distraction that I've been having recently is video game. A video game called Love Nikki Dress Goddess. And I saw a couple videos. I saw one video that was Pixie Lock's video about it, and then I saw another video by this person who does D&D tutorials and LARPing tutorials, because I kind of want to get into that. So I got the app, and I've been obsessed with the game, and I can't take my attention away from it for more than like a couple hours at a time because of all of the material grinding that I have to do to get all the pretty outfits. It's crazy. I'm obsessed with it. And you may be wondering, how does this stuff, like, I don't want to hear about your life. I want to hear about art stuff. I want to talk about sketchy art things, not your stupid life. My goodness. Well, sometimes we all just face those natural distractions, like hanging out with our friends, getting into books, or watching a new movie or playing a game that we just are suddenly obsessed with. My husband, he's obsessed with the new Monster Hunter game, and he's actually surprised by how similar the game mechanics are in our games, that we have to do very arduous item grinds to get further into our games. And that, yeah, like, it's a game full of boss fights in Monster Hunter, and Love Nikki, full of boss fights, always decided through fashion. And yes, you can proceed without the stuff they suggest, but it's easier to proceed if you just have the items they suggest. So when you get obsessed and distracted by these things, these games, or books, or different hobbies, it's not bad. It's not bad to have a distraction every now and again. Sometimes you need a distraction to kind of get yourself a break from doing your usual art routine. And you may find that these distractions are very good for inspiration. For instance, I may use a lot of the fashion traits and start creating outfits that I can then use for reference for characters. So if you ever want to use like a video game for a reference, you can screenshot all your outfits and your hairs, and you have some different skin tone options, though you get stuck with the same body type. And I may use Love Nikki for that kind of like artistic inspiration, but right now it is just super distracting me from drawing and making my footage. And sometimes distractions can be a hassle. Because I'm really obsessed with my game, I didn't prepare my footage the day before, so I'm preparing it today, and that may cause stress. But since YouTube's not really a job for me, it's more of a hobby, so I can build up a fan base for my art so that I can make my art into a job. It's kind of 50-50, like hobby, career path, networking stuff. So I kind of have to consider that I need to stay on my regular schedule instead of distracting myself with the constant need of rewards from a game that I get too impatient with. And whatever your distractions may be, it's, like I said, it's okay to have distractions. Sometimes if you're in an art funk, you need distractions so that maybe your piece is looking ugly. Something my art instructor used to tell me is that if you are not happy with your piece, maybe step away, go get a snack, do a different project so that you can have some time away from your art piece. And to me, when I'm having a hard time with an art piece, I like to treat it like it's a child with a I like to treat it like it's a child with a tantrum, and I leave it alone for a bit so that it can, like, I can do other stuff and it can reflect on itself. It's not going to do anything, it's just going to sit there. And once I'm in a different mindset to proceed further and fix the problems and be able to assess what I can do with my tantrum throwing art baby, I can take away all that anger, all that frustration that's like upsetting me with my distraction and come with a clear, level-headed mind to deal with my tantrum art baby, my little art child. And sometimes we all just need that distraction. Do we need distractions in excess? No. No. And that's what I'm trying to learn not to do with this video game that I have, because I am distracting myself to excess and staying too long in a vegetative state. I hope some of this made sense. That distractions are like good, but they can also be bad. Kind of like anything, if you take it to the ultimate excessive level, that if you do make, here's another thing, if you do make art a career, you do need other hobbies to distract yourself with, so you don't end up causing creative fatigue, art fatigue. And no one wants to like see frustration in a piece, unless that's what you're trying to convey is frustration. In that instance, yes, frustration will be everything to your muse. But I hope that from what you learn from this is that sometimes distractions are okay, that it's okay to feel frustrated with your art and just take time away from it to do something that you enjoy. That if you're going to do something to distract yourself, maybe give yourself a little bit of a limit so that you don't overdo that distraction time. And just always be willing to try new things. Last video, try new things. Whether it be a different kind of distraction, like new music, or just picking up a new hobby, or just following an art tutorial instead of having to come up with your own thing. Just find distractions that will help you in the long run instead of hindering you in a creative sense. I think we're close to the end of the video. Maybe we've got like a minute left. If you want to ever chat me up, I have a bunch of different social media accounts: Twitter, Tumblr, DeviantArt, Instagram, Pinterest for inspiration. All the links are in the description down below. A Newgrounds that I rarely ever use except for jazz and drawing competitions. And if you enjoyed this little art ramble, maybe give it a thumbs up. go ahead and hit that subscribe button and maybe follow me on my other accounts. I hope that you guys have a very sketchy, creative, wonderful day full of minimal but very optimal distractions. And as always, make sure that you guys, gals and potato pals, do what you do to make that artwork for you. Lots of love. Bye.